Peace and blessings, and welcome back to the Heritage Hip Hop interview session where we introduce you to your future favorite artist today. And today I have an artist with a history. Me and him have a history, actually, which is very interesting. You know what I'm saying? And it comes full circle today. And we're going to celebrate hip hop and family and the message of hip hop on this interview. Please introduce yourself to the people.
Boy, it's your boy Dutch40. Karev, thank you very much. Much love. Thank you for inviting me to for the little chat session. You feel me?
Man, and look, man, this is what hip hop is all about. Hip hop was all about peace, love, unity, and having fun. And part of being peace and loving is being able to have a conversation. And I think that's what's missing when it comes to hip hop. So let's have a conversation. Let's just have a real conversation. What is hip hop to you, and how do you make your brand of hip hop?
To me, like real hip hop, like we always use the term quote unquote real hip hop, but it's the evolution of soul music. You feel me? We got our eras: blues, jazz, rock, funk. You feel me? R&B, but hip hop is the way the soul speaks to the people in a musical form.
Okay, I love that. I love that. But I always said that hip hop is the only genre of music that actually equates living, while everything else is like a part of life. You know, like when you look at jazz meant sex. It meant how you move your hips. Rhythm and blues was music to your story, and sometimes it's just blues without rhythm. But if hip hop is how you live, eat, sleep, breathe, dress, talk, walk, it embodies a life and a lifestyle. When did your life become hip hop to the point where you define it as hip hop, not just you living?
I would say that would be in my mid-20s.
Okay.
In my mid-20s, hip hop became more of a lifestyle than something that I enjoyed.
How so?
Before that, I was a fan of hip hop. I grew up on hip hop from Redman, KRS, Most Def. But in my mid-20s, through some lifetime turmoil, I was able to like reach into hip hop and find direction and focus for my life. So like a lot of people say hip hop saved their life, but I think hip hop really became my life.
The most hip hop thing I've ever seen you do, from my time seeing you as a person in the hip hop culture, is go to New York and sell your CDs. That's the most humbling thing that an artist can do, is directly meet the people and interact with the people to gain their trust. What was the most rewarding thing about that experience to you that helped you with your craft and prepare you for other parts of your life?
I would say, and a lot of people may not know, but I've sold thousand CDs. Even currently, I was out there a couple of days ago, while having people give me donations to give them links to my streaming platforms. But having people come back and getting the feedback that they actually heard a message in the music, I call it almost like a demographic studies, because I hit my pitch is strong. I hit everybody up, but when I get people to come back, even through social platforms, Instagram and stuff like that, telling me that somebody told me it gave them hope in humanity, and the messages that I really put into the music, people let me know that they really received them.
The message.
If you don't get the feedback, if you don't get the feedback, sometimes it's like a tree falling in the forest. You don't really know if it made a sound or not. You feel me? You're just shouting out into the darkness.
And that's the important key of the message, because I think a lot of us criticize hip hop music unfairly, and we lump the mainstream representation of it to define the culture. And I think that's absolutely false, lazy, and unacceptable. Because if we did go only by the mainstream culture, then all people do is trap, all rappers are R&B singers, and nobody's really attacking the message of the culture and society as a whole. Since you are a person that keeps to a message, what pocket of hip hop did you find as you started becoming your own artist with your own message?
I would say the way I call it is revolution rap. Revolution rap My music is revolution rap. It's like it may not be over political, but it is about a spiritual soul revolution, or just the getting back to the roots the way it was before. It was so so controlled. So talking about uh, bottom line, I think that everybody that's an artist, like a musical artist, any kind of artist, you're supposed to have a story to tell. So the way that I use my revolution is talking about the struggles that I've been through, the lessons I've learned, and my vision for what a revolution really could be. I don't believe that a revolution has to be about guns. I think that the art form is the biggest weapon because it goes right to the mind and soul. So the the intention that somebody has when they're making the music, that intention goes into the music. That's what people are eating up. You feel me? So it's very important that people in the underground really push their stuff because these babies need a bigger menu. You understand?
I love how you said that, but then I have to challenge your frame of thinking to go to the next level. Because when we make music, we understand people rock with us through the head nod. You know what I'm saying? Because then they're vibing with you. But the eyes are the window to the soul. There's this famous hip hop song out right now. It's quoted: "Soul seeking, searching the soul. Take a look through the windows, and the windows are the eyes." How do you
Mm-hmm.
connect with your listener, not only on the vibe purposes, but through the windows, so you see that vibe or you see that connection with them as they listen to your music or relate to you?
Well, I do that also with a visual representation and make sure that that I have like over 20 videos on the YouTube, but I direct my own videos and make sure that they actually tell a story and kind of speak to the message of the music. So for a song on one of my albums called the song is called Chinese Spare Ribs, it attacks police brutality, but I make sure that I have a visual to go with that. So when I find a new fan, I get them to hear the music, but then they also get to see a visual representation of how one man can start a movie, which is what that video is about. It's me struggling in front of City Hall, trying to get people involved with talking to nobody, and then one person comes, then we find another person, then we actually have a little group to promote the movement. You feel me? So once again, the music is one way of reaching them, but people also need the visual representation. So as I like to make like little movies.
Did the music video help save hip hop and give artists more rights to their music than just putting beats and words together?
Say again.
Did the music video?
You're asking if that specific video.
No, period. Because you're an artist that use videos, like you said, you make many movies with your music. So I'm saying, did the music video help save the artist instead of just have them being represented or being termed as people who just speak on music?
I think that it helped in as a catalyst to make the movement stronger once we started getting into a music video box MTV type of generation. You
Mm.
Rob McDaniels is up right now, still showing videos and promoting underground and stuff like that. But that got to a wider audience because once again, when you're dealing with just the songs, a lot of times it's very regional, and it could get trapped in that region. Um, when I hear songs from the South and the West Coast, it get even the accent. It kind of gives me a feeling of being over there in that area. But when you get to see a video in the South in that hood or seeing the people, not just the flash, but what the people are going through in those areas, it does it gives you a whole different depth of understanding of the music.
So that's
So so
understanding
so
the
um
culture,
so
right?
so yeah, but you're talking about rights that the more people reached out, or no, the more access people had to the artist, the bigger the artist got, the more money started to flow, the more people started to become aware of having to have those rights. So once you get to a from the KRS One era to the Dipset era, now they're more about focused on how can we own the rights, own these names, get this money, get our people paid in a professional standpoint.
Okay. So people got rich and got fat off of the culture by regionality and exposing using the video to expose different regions of the country to drum interest. So,
Mm-hmm.
from your understanding and your perspective, what is the culture of New Jersey hip hop, and how is that represented? You think in the mainstream?
I don't think the culture of Jersey hip hop is represented. I can't say well, but widespreadly. Who would you know that is on the top visual platforms of Jersey hip hop besides like a Fetty Wap? You understand? You know what I mean? Like when I think about Jersey hip hop, I'm from the older school, but I'm thinking about Outsiders, Redman, Tretch. You feel me? I can't go to many in the last decade and a half that that have anything substantial. Not you as a representation.
See, when I look at Drink
And so
Champs, I'm sorry, when I look at Drink Champs and I hear Nori say that New York purposely kept Philly and New Jersey out because they didn't want their sound being overshadowed. It's sad to me when we talk about New Jersey hip hop and we always go to people who came out in the 90s and then there's Fetty Wap.
mm,
Because, yes, let's big up to Queen Latifah, Lakim Shabazz, Tretch, Redman, Naughty by Nature. I mean, let's even put some of the people who are not even seen on that level that came out, like Rotten Rascals. Let's put out Joe Button. Let's put out Kate
mm-hmm.
F. You know,
He's one of
and
them.
there's so many more, the Outlaws, so on and so on and so on. There is many more. But then there seems to be that rift that of abandonment where there's great artists who never got heard because of the stigma of Jersey or the blocking out of the Jersey sound because New Jersey was supposed to be under New York because we're the sixth borough, as people have said. And I feel even worse for Connecticut because New York, New Jersey, Connecticut's the tri-state area. We never hear about Connecticut. You know what I'm saying? With that big
Mm-hmm.
rift of New Jersey hip hop culture, how do you define New Jersey hip hop culture yourself, and how do you keep it alive?
Well, as what we were saying before, with the history of Jersey hip hop, I want to just also add in that Jersey was integral, important to even the survival of hip hop. When think about Tretch. Tretch is the design of 50 Cent before 50 Cent, the ultimate alpha male of a black man with his shirt off and a big machete. So Tretch, Redman, the Fugees, they were like the biggest things in all of hip hop in their time. And Jersey was a threat. That's a fact. Jersey was a threat to the strength of the birthplace of hip hop, New York. You feel me? Like we were never trying to be New York, but we kind of got froze out, especially when do you remember that they were throwing concerts at like Essex County College,
Of
but people like
course.
were like a little bit too rowdy. They bust the doors down, like people from Shaheed from Wu-Tang got his chain snatched. Like different things popped up. We were a little wild, but we got shut out. So I would say as far as Dutch40 hip hop, I got a little bit of those a little bit of the soulful, groovy positiveness of the Fugees, a little wildness of a Redman, a little lyricism of a Tretch, but I try to represent that individuality, put a little fun in the message with some comedy and give them the real, like unadulterated. I think that like and don't take it as any diss. New York is a little flashy. Jersey is real. From Newark to Camden, like that's something that you get is ultra realness from any artist in Jersey. They're not really
Okay.
trying to be anybody else.
But your affiliations with music run really deep because you have family that do music as well. Did y'all influence each other,
Yeah,
or was that something that y'all did and it just happened to just to form together as time went on?
I think it was a natural synergy where we all came from the same branch of the tree of hip hop, from the KRS One, uh, Tribe Called Quest era.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like groovy, true hip hop. You know my family is KGB. Peace to Deuce, Deuce H with the fifth. R.I.P. Cheeph. You feel me? Salute to my brother Flo. But KGB, as you know, stands for No Good Brotherhood. And we, Cheeph, me and Deuce, we came up in the same house. With my mother had a whole wall of books, and one of those books happened to be the Little Red Book, Mouse and Tongue, that the Panthers were promoting, talking about little communism and different lines of thought. So as we started coming up through the hip hop, that became like our niche. You feel me? Like we could make rowdy music, battle kind of music, but if it didn't have some something to grow on in a whole project or a whole song, then that's not really KGB. You feel me? Like we gotta let them know what's good.
When I first learned of you being in hip hop in New Jersey hip hop circles, it was like a big shock to me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Our paths didn't cross too often back in the day.
I know.
But I knew of you, and you knew. I guess you knew of me, right? I mean, you know, we were there, but we weren't there. You know what I'm saying? Together. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to Weirdo, because he's also crossed paths with a certain type of ways too. You know what I'm saying? And I guess
Weird's my brother, yo.
Yeah, y'all should be a little closer in the circle because y'all did it longer within the context. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But when I first heard of you doing hip hop and rhyming, I was like, "Word, I gotta hear this show. That's what's up." And what I heard was you are very off cuff, off beat style. You are you are more of a director and a poet than a barbarian. Am I correct with that assumption, or do you see yourself as something different?
No, that's about right. That's about right. You could say I'm a barbarian on the beat, whereas I think the lyrics themselves are like the rhythm of a conga drum, and so I marry that and try to tap dance and dance with the beat, around the beat. But I myself would be one of the most important instruments, being the speaker of the message. You
I
feel me?
think I, I
But
think I think that's very underappreciated when it comes to hip hop nowadays because everybody just wants to do this all day. They just want to bob their heads. And Master Killer said the dumb are intrigued by the drum, which means the people aren't thinking and they just hear the vibe. They just hear the bass line. And people are now, it seems like, thanks to Donald Trump, salute to the former president, people are now paying attention to the words because now they're seeing the overproduction of wordplay, the mid-tone of wordplay, and then the hidden undertones of wordplay. And now people are paying attention. Why do you think bars are coming back and people now want to actually hear what you're saying? Where back in the day, people say, I don't want to think when I listen to music.
I think people are starting to see that see because when we're talking about hip hop, you have the pop culture and you have the subculture, but the pop culture is causing a warped reality. You understand when the money's going to 13% of what people are talking about, and that is commercialism, sex, drugs, rock and roll, whatever they're talking about. Now you got a mass of people that are gangster. That why does Trump have fans? Because they're into finance. You understand? I mean, like the people that's not the average Trump supporter, they're like, at least he was good for my pockets, and that got chaos to ensue. We seen it. You feel me? People are drinking the Kool-Aid, and people died. People out there acting like maniacs. You feel me? But right now, it's like the woke movement started trickling up, and people are understanding that maybe we should be talking about something a little deeper. And my thing is that I want to warn people when you're trying to get deep, don't overthink it. Like I'm sorry, like a Jadakiss. Why Jadakiss might have 100 songs, but why is the deep one? You feel me? Jadakiss got a song with Jasmine Sullivan, crazy realness. If you know the song I'm talking about,
yes,
crazy realness. So that's why Jadakiss is you feel me, top 5 dead alive. But once again, people that are gonna be an artist have a story to tell, and that's one thing about, once again, Dutch40 music. I'm always reaching into my story and my vision. That's my past and the future. You feel me?
The story and the vision grows, morphs, and it blooms through experience. Tell me about the experiences you had growing up with Deuce and Chief on your side, and y'all building each other's skill to the point where you were able to go out on your own and be your own MC and not stay coupled with them.
Well, those is my big brothers. Deuce is my big brother. Cheeph is grew up right with us. My cousin, same age as Deuce, so I was right under them, and I was holding on to they pants legs when they was going to the studio, and I was like 9 years old, out in South Jersey or wherever, while I'm falling asleep on the couch, and they just doing music for hours and hours and hours, and I'm just kind of soaking it up. But when I was in college in Philly, I used to call Cheeph up and just be rapping on his voicemail. Like I'm talking about when I first started writing raps. I'm like, hey look, I got raps. You feel me? And that's not when I was an MC. I'm just like writing raps. I was also a big Eminem fan, as well as Talib Kweli, Most Def, but I was real big Eminem fan. And I told Deuce I was rapping Eminem bars while walking to where we was meeting up. And when I was spitting the bars, some guy on the side was like, "Woo!" Like, oh my, like, oh, there's the bars. And he was like, "Well, you should be spitting your own bars." You feel me? Deuce helped. I I made I had so many verses. I made a project just out of nowhere. But Deuce himself was the one to take me out to Harlem and get me in some of my first songs. It was like a train. With my man Gutter out in Harlem, the Bola Gutter studio. And so we was just making song after song after song. We did like 5 videos in one night, and that was like a real training camp once again, because it was like, okay, the beat's on right now, you writing right now. Oh, what, you got 2 more bars to do? Jump in the booth and make them up on the go. That's really how that, and that was Deuce. Deuce was like, nah, you don't got no time for that. We got to go jump in the booth. So and I'm making up bars in the booth just to you feel me, stay with the vibes. And after a while, just my energy, the way it was building, the way that my hip hop came to be once again, um, my life started kind of going off the rails. I'm making bad decisions, stealing some cars for no reason, just doing different dumb young kid stuff when I'm almost grown. And so I took all that energy and put into the hip hop. Uh, if, if if you don't personally know, I went on a crazy graffiti campaign and plastered my name everywhere I could, anywhere I could. Like I got to see the name on the wall before I did it. So I'm I'm embedded in the culture of graffiti in Newark and its surrounding areas. With that being said, I just want to give a quick shout out. Rest in peace to my man Asan. Um, if I don't know, can you see that right there?
Oh yeah, of course. That's
Yeah.
dope. That's a dope tag.
But R.I.P to Asan. Salute to all graffiti heads throughout Newark, New Jersey, from Boom Squad, DSL, Port Kings, everybody massive. But so once again, I just like to represent a trailblazer going away from the beaten path, because that I think that's what everybody should be doing. You feel me? I want everybody to be an individual, reach into themselves, find themselves, and improve themselves. That's my whole that's my vision.
Shout out to everybody watching this. This is Forever Heritage Hip Hop with Dutch40 right now. And we're going to go into the somber note because not too long ago we lost someone who's very well respected in New Jersey hip hop circles, which was Cheeph Boogie. And you said that was your cousin. And I want to give respect and use his government name. Rest in peace to Mr. Kofi Owens, who not only inspired hip hop,
R.I.P. Kofi Owens.
he inspired hip hop as an MC, but he inspired the future generations of young men and women as a teacher as well, which is very important. And you made a video called Broken Wings, where you really went out there and got people
Yes.
to salute um, this gentleman, this scholar, this MC, who not only put it on for his culture, but he really put it on for his culture and the generations to come. What influence did he leave with you that you're taking on to the next generation, and even inside and outside of your music as well?
Ever since Chief passed, my motto is WWCD. What would Chief do? Um, I would say without Cheeph Boogie, without Kofi Owens, there would be no Dutch40. He gave me the name Dutch40. Um, um, he's him and my brother Deuce. They started KGB and what the genre is, and that is what I kind of base my whole perspective on as far as Black Panther rap, knowledge, hardcore hip hop. He was the basis. Um, he was really he he was a man, not a saint, but he was a hero of men, like an example of excellence across the board. To how he cooked for his family, raised his family, cared about his his how he his dress. Everybody know that Chief was the Polo King. Um,
Mm-hmm.
he 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 won the best polo of all the polo people at the polo festival. That's all I can say. but but that was my man, 50 grand. You feel me? Like oh, for anybody that watches this, and for you personally, Karev, just to give you the example, when we was small and I'm in kindergarten, and him and my brother in the third grade, Kofi had a mustache. He was a little man, and we used to arm wrestle him. Like, me and my brother would be on one side with two hands on his one hand, and he would be just showing us what a beast is, and he always was that. He always was excellent. He always was excellent. That's why I got the mural put up. Um, that's why I had to do the video to tell his story. I would do more if I had the ability. Because of him, I know that I could never put down the cross that we should all be bearing, of uplifting the whole culture, and by the culture, that would be the world. And lastly, I just want to say that the mural that was put up on South 10th and Springfield Avenue, it went through a whole lot, from disrespect of people trying to tag on it, to a fire that broke up, a dumpster fire broke up the wall, and so that mural is down now. It will be back. It will be back very soon. Very
Salute to
soon.
you for that, and I appreciate that. I will tell you, Cheeph Boogie inspired me in two ways. I didn't know him too much, but the relationship I had with him, we talked, and it was always respect. I didn't even know he was a teacher when he passed, and I wish I could have had the conversation about education with him. But two things I learned from him: the eulogy of his students says something
Mm-hmm.
to me, and the way people wore the loss of him in the community taught me something as well. Because a person is not known for the good deeds they do. A person is known for the effect they have on people and how you influence them through your actions. They say a wise leader doesn't lead from a chair; he leads from the ground.
Mm-hmm.
A lord talks from above, but a leader shows you direction with his actions so that others can follow your path. You know what I'm saying? So before we in this interview, and which I didn't yet, I just wanted to give Cheeph Boogie, aka Polo Fresh, that respect that he deserves, because he's one of the people who will forever influence heritage hip hop. And just like we lost Matic, just like we lost Big Snuff, his loss is a
Mm-hmm.
major one as well, and it deserves to be respected the same way. You know.
And we should be lifting up all of our fallen soldiers. Whatever piece of art that you have of theirs, let it out, because that's one of the powers of this art form, is that we'll have a voice from the grave, and hopefully we can make that voice count, and hopefully you're saying something that the people need to hear.
Well, there is a new album project coming out with the No Good Productions with Cheeph, uh, Deuce H and Grump. So y'all be on the lookout for
Grumpy and
that.
Duke.
Yeah, be on the lookout for
Yeah.
that, because that's going to be exclusive to heritagehiphop.com. So make sure y'all pay attention because that will be dropping soon. But let's get back to your
Yeah, that's
music
fire.
though.
That's fire.
Let's get back to your music though. So what's new? What's
My
coming
brother.
down the pipeline?
We're at war. WAR Dutch40. Well, we are ready for war all the time. You feel me? Right now, I'm promoting the catalog and putting together a promotions campaign on all streaming platforms. We got the album Blackheart Nights. Blackheart Nights. That's me and my brother Flo Knight from KGB. You feel me? Groovy, soul hop. We got Mercy Killing in the Devil's Playground. You feel me? Mercy Killing, putting somebody down for their own good. Devil's Playground, Idle Hands, Idle Mind. We got smartphones, dumb kids. Got to reverse that. And that third one, The Rebel King. Artwork by Kofi Owens, Cheeph Boogie. You feel me? That's all revolution rap all day. Solid product. Mercy Killing and the Devil's Playground. Mixed down by MO Sound Group. Push buttons. You feel me? Just trying to wake the people up. Right here. One more thing. That Black Heart chain. So right now we're just putting all the pieces of the puzzle together so we can put some money behind a little promotion campaign and just push the whole movement. You feel me? Right now, as most of us are, I don't know how people are doing, but I'm a working man with a wife and 3 kids. I just popped out my new baby.
Congratulations.
About 3 weeks ago. You feel me? About 3 weeks ago, my little baby. And that's Marami Uriel Hayward, one of my most chocolate babies. My middle 3-year-old girl is Michaela, and my 12-year-old girl Rebel that you see in my videos growing up. Everything I do is for them to really make this art matter. You feel me? Like my daughter knows that I don't make, well, my oldest daughter, we have a lot of conversations, but she knows that I'm not just a rapper. This is my ministry to balance out the paradigm, balance that ratchet with the righteous. You feel me? So even though I'm working full time, whenever I'm not working as possible, I go to New York, stay on my same corner, 7th Avenue, 40th Street by the McDonald's, and I'm out there doing Cards for Cash. Have you heard about the Cards for Cash, right?
Oh.
Cards for Cash. People giving donations. I say, how much would you pay for my 3 digital albums? A donation that would not hurt your day. And so when they're giving 5, 10, or their cash tapping me 25, then I take them to their favorite streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, or YouTube. They pull up the album, they press save, and they're actually happy. I don't know if any other artist understands that they should be able to promote themselves like that, but that's the best way to promote to support an artist that you believe in, and you should be accessible to the people. So when the people get your music, let them contact you back. But we can really try to live off this off our art. And once again, I sold 5,000 CDs about 3 years ago. My job situation got shaky through the wintertime, November to April, until the sun came out. I did 9-hour shifts. I made over my $200 a day, my quota, and I got a lot of residual effect. And people are happy with the product. You feel me? Somebody might say, "Why am I paying you?" Because I pay for this streaming platform. I say, when you get your car fixed, you're paying for parts and labor. I'm out here doing the labor to make sure you can get to the music, and people are actually happy.
I applaud you for that because I think streaming platforms is the new slavery, because you're not really getting dividends off of the hard work and the studio time that you put in. You're telling everybody to go to the person who's holding your music. So you're actually renting the music, and you're getting pennies off the dollar when you should be getting paid for your effort in the studio. So I support you and salute you for that.
It takes a lot of streams to even get that penny.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I mean, I did streaming calculator with somebody, and I think 1,000 streams was $50, maybe, no, 50 cent. 50 cent. 1,000 streams is 50 cent. Where 1,000 downloads, which are mechanical royalties, are $1,000. Depending on if you do it yourself or you split it 70-30 or 80-20 with another platform. So that's some game and some jewels for y'all right there. That I'm not against. I'm against streaming if that's how you support the artist. I think you should pay for the music. But if you want to find new artists to see if you like them, use the streams, because the streams are your marketing. It's your marketing. You market through the streams. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel.
The the accessibility is very important, but then you're not but then the exposure gives it waters down the dollar. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
If you were doing straight albums for dollars, it might be $10 to $15 for your album. You're getting 1,000 streams, 50 cents. That you can't live off of that unless you're getting 10,000 streams like a day.
You're right. Right.
You understand?
Right.
So that's think about the ages that we were talking about, from the blues to the jazz to rock and roll. Like, artists have been catching the short end of the deal, and now it's time for us to really just once again tell the industry we don't need them, get our promo game tight, network, and have merch, have something to go with. Let the music be the soundtrack for your other sales endeavors, and then multiply your streams.
Okay. So this is a interview mini for everybody out there that's watching this. We ask that you subscribe to heritagehiphop.com. Subscribe to Heritage Hip Hop on all social media, whether it's Instagram, YouTube, Anchor FM, Boom You It, Clubhouse, TikTok, Twitter, whatever y'all got, you can follow us. But also, I want you to follow this man right here. Give them your social media as well, please.
Once again, salute to Heritage Hip Hop. Support the culture. Karev, much love, because a lot of people don't follow up on their word, and you got the heart. You got the heart. You got the cojones. Salute to you. The name is Dutch40. Dutch40, all streaming platforms. DUTCH40. That's discovered understanding through chaos and havoc. 40, a number in the Bible that represents growth through trials and tribulations. Vibe to the music. iTunes, Tidal, Spotify, Dutch40. You get all 3 albums: Mercy Killing and the Devil's Playground, Blackheart Nights, The Rebel King. Watch the videos, like, comment, share, subscribe. Stop being a business chat. You feel me? Like, we gotta show love, and real love. Let's connect. You feel me? If anybody were to invite me out, I'll go out. You feel me? I went to Jersey City. I had my daughters with me, the little baby on the hip, and I'm rapping. You feel me? That's it right there. You feel me? Ooh, we're not stopping. You feel me? KGB is forever. You feel me? They call me the Rebel King for a reason, because yo, Karev, my people that was down with me and Kofi, Chief, Deuce back in the day, they see me in the bus. I'm talking about years ago. It was like, yo, your music is really hot, but you know if you get successful, they're gonna try to kill you. You feel me? Like we go out and spit truth to power. Is what we do. Like you got one life to live. We're not playing around. You feel me? We gotta let these people know that knowledge is the power. That's the bottom line.
Hey man, we can't end it off no better than that. So you know how y'all always usually say it: support the artist, support the culture, but most importantly, invest. Because if you don't invest in your artists, then you'll never really get to support them the way they need to, and you won't get the support and getting that music that you want, because you have to give it to them as well. So with that being said, on this short one, so Dutch, you are welcome to come to Heritage Hip Hop formally, and we could do the formal interview, and we could go into every album, every song, and we could do that. But to let you know, the reason why,
and Immaculate, we gotta talk about Immaculate, yo.
No, we don't. No, we don't. But what I will say is this. The door is always welcome. You are always welcome to come back. And the reason why I did this type of interview format was for this. A lot of people in Jersey say Jersey don't support Jersey. I'm proving them wrong. I'm putting the interviews out. I'm calling all the artists out. Everybody want exposure. But then when I say, come on, let's go, I give you support. I give J1 the support, and I'm giving everybody the support who's actually coming out to say, yeah, we want this, and they're coming to the platform. So you know what? Thank you for appearing on Heritage Hip Hop. I appreciate you.
Yo, one love, brother. Thank you.
All right, so stay there, because with that being said, everybody, we going to talk, but y'all got to leave. So this is Heritage Hip Hop with Dutch, Karev, and Dutch40 saying peace And we out.
Ooh. That's it.
Thank you for watching our presentation. We ask that you subscribe to our YouTube family and hit the notification bell for updates. Please like, comment, and share this video.
Real hip hop. Real hip hop. We here. Real